Good afternoon and Happy New Year. I'm Dr. Lisa Wicker here at Career Mastered Magazine, the Inside Career Success Show, where we talk about women who are lifting each other, celebrating each other, and in the business of getting it done. And so we're here today at the beginning of the year to talk about the more than 10 years that Career Mastered has been in place. And I am absolutely doing flips right now because I have women with me that have supported and lifted this organization, but more importantly, who have become genuine friends. And they are part of the Career Mastered Executive Advisory Council. We are here today to talk about what's coming, the future ahead of where we are with Career Mastered, and talk about the summit that is on the horizon that will happen on May 5th and 6th here in the beautiful Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, we are here, but we want you to be here with us. And so, since we've had over a decade of leadership in this space, we're inspired to talk about who will be coming, who will attend, what you need to be able to do to get there. And so without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you the women that have helped lead this charge to ensure that we are successful, that we're bringing on conversations that can serve you, and that we can drive leadership together. Hello, Lisa Nichols. Let me bring on the rest of our team. Hello, Sallie. How are you?
I'm great. Good morning or good
Hello,
afternoon.
Marie.
Hi, good morning.
And Robin. Wow. Don't y'all look good? Hey, y'all.
Hi.
I am thrilled to have you here with us today, with me today. And quite honestly, you have been with Career Master, all of you, for more than 5 years, and some of you for even longer than that. But I want to first, from the bottom of my heart, say thank you. I want to publicly let the audience know that without you, there would be probably no Career Mastered. You have lifted, you have supported, you have helped be the brainchild and the thinking behind how we show up, and showing up with credible leadership and curation of viable content is really because of you. So I want to personally say thank you. Oh, I love it. The heart. So we're excited. I'm excited today to talk about Career Mastered and the 12th National Career Mastered Leadership Summit and Awards. And you have been pivotal in ensuring that we curate not only the agenda, but the experience that people will have when they are with us in May, on May 5th and 6th. But a Career Master, just by way of background, I will let our audience know if you're new joining us today, is not just about women's advancement. It is key to what we do, but it really also is about the champions, the allies that come alongside women to ensure that there's room at the table, room in the rooms, space in the rooms that we are looking to be in, and ensuring that we have the ability to have tools and not only the path, but the ability to open and be in those spaces. And we do that by way of documentation, by elevation, and a space that allows us to remember, by the magazine that we bring and the methodology that we use to have the right people in the right place at the right time for the topics that we want to discuss. And at this time, we are ready for Charlotte to be on the map for the program that we have curated. I will tell you that our 10th anniversary was amazing in Detroit, where we had close to 350 women and men. We honored some remarkable women, but we also had the roundtable discussions that allowed us to talk about making connections. And this theme for this year's summit, which will be held, as I said, in Charlotte, North Carolina, is making connections, driving leadership together. And so I like to start out first with just a quick introduction of our panel, which is the Executive Advisory Council, members of the council. I'll start at my left with Lisa Nichols. If you can just give us a brief introduction of who you are and your why behind Career Mastered.
Thank you. I am a team connections specialist and a career growth strategist, and I support people in growing professionally as well as equipping their teams to achieve more together than they could alone. And my why behind why I'm part of Career Mastered and why I support it is that I have found it to be extremely valuable. Like the theme this year of leadership together, just the connections, the ability to learn from so many incredible women who've achieved great things. And for me, as a business owner and entrepreneur, it's been extremely helpful to learn from women that I look up to, and to grow with from that experience. So that's my why.
Well, thank you for being with us. We are definitely going to hear more from Lisa, but Sallie Jarosz, if you could give us your intro and your why.
Yes, my career spanned 42 years in commercial real estate finance. However, now I'm operations manager for Fields of Hope, which is a nonprofit supporting survivors of sex trafficking. It's been really kind of an eye-opener for me. But my why is basically Career Mastered isn't just about empowerment. It's about arming, our ladies with the confidence, the tools, and the community that enable them to be successful and to reach their true potential. And over the last 5 years, I've seen firsthand how, women are challenged, championed, and truly prepared to lead to the next level. So that is my why.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. What about you, Robin Wilson?
Yes. Well, I am an author, entrepreneur, and a speaker. And I am privileged to be one of the writers, contributing writers for Career Master magazine. And my why is because I believe strongly in amplifying women's voices and also creating safe spaces for women to be able to share their leadership insights and experience in Career Master magazine. And as an overall platform, we do that. And so that is my why.
Awesome. Thank you, Robin. And Marie McLucas.
Hi, Marie McLucas. I'm with Primax Properties, which is a single tenant net lease retail development company. And I'm the chief financial officer there. Been involved with Lisa and Career Master, I think, since 2018, where I was an award recipient, and then chose to get involved because I like to give back where I've been given to. I've stayed involved because, number one, I love Dr. Lisa, and number two, it's what everybody else said. It's the connections, it's the elevation, it's the voices, it's all the reasons that we amplify and promote women. I also love that we have a continuum. Our continuum is starts with young girls in STEM Fab, goes through the college and high school age. Then we bring on young leaders and recognize them and promote them and give them opportunities, all the way through someone as far along as they're in their career as myself. So I just love supporting women in their leadership journey in the continuum. Thanks.
I love it. I love it. Well, I got to tell you, each of you have offered a lot during the last 5 or so years. One of the things I want our audience to know is that we began working on the summit right after the initial one is done, right? And so do any of you want to tell us kind of what it is we do and how we do it in terms of curation? For example, we set the agenda, right? And then we start to talk about the speakers. What type of experience should people expect at Career Masters Summit? I'll talk with you, Marie. What do you think?
Well, I think the group, to start with, we start meeting weekly once the program's over, and we have a 1-month debrief and dig in, start developing the theme, and then wrapping our efforts and work around the theme. So I'm excited about the theme. I think Lisa mentioned it, the connections. because that's where I thrive. And so getting together and working on the agenda and helping bring the connections. Everyone on this call has a unique skill set, and thank God they don't ask me to write or help develop the content, but getting the people there and helping in the award process is something that I love and look forward to every year, and cannot wait to see our award winners. And just the content's going to be amazing. You will leave the program with connections, because you're going to have proximity to the women and men that you want to meet. So
I love that. I love that, which brings me right to the thought that I have. How does Career Master, for example, create real proximity and power within the conference for people to use that and leverage? I can talk with you, Sallie, and then maybe follow up with you, Lisa and Robin. Sallie, did you hear me? Yeah,
I had to unmute. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I said, why do you think the relationships of proximity to power is so central to the leadership growth that happens at Career Mastered?
I mean, it brings the connections. We keep talking about connections, but what I really think happens is sponsorships. I think the sponsorships, what you gain, the visibility, the immediate skill building, the combining connections through awards, events, all those things, bringing people together. Let's face it, our allies, our C-suite, they're the decision makers, and by giving access to these decision makers changes the playing field for a lot of these ladies, right? Yeah. And I think that's what Career Master does, these events. And quite frankly, you didn't ask me this, but that's where I think the in-person summit is more meaningful. Some of those organic conversations that happen between sessions at lunchtime, in hallway conversations, it's like, hey, do you know this person or do you know that person? And all of a sudden these connections are being made.
Yes.
And that's how the real power of Career Mastered Summits happens.
Yes, yes, because we talk about proximity being power, and that's my mantra personally, that I believe if you're in the room and you're in a room with 200, 300 people, and without a plan of how you're going to leverage being connected to someone that you may have always wanted to meet, then that's probably not a good strategy. You need to come prepared, one, to give yourself, right, in terms of people that may perhaps want to meet you, but certainly know who's in the room and how perhaps they may be able to help you, right? Lisa, your thoughts on that?
I echo what Sallie said, and I would add that, one of the things that stood out to me from the beginning is the openness and the approachability, the way that everyone who is in the room is there to connect, to give, to share their insight, their wisdom. It's really a unique experience, I believe, to be with so many women and women who are in the C-suite who have extremely full schedules and lives, and yet they come and you have this time. And I've made connections with people who, and they're willing to have a conversation later, to meet up, to connect further. And it's extremely valuable, that sponsorship, that mentorship that happens.
I think so too. In fact, we met, Lisa, online, I believe, in one of the virtual sessions we had, and we never disconnected. And that is the power of connections, and how you've helped me. You became a writer for the magazine, and then you became a panelist, and now you're on the advisory council. I mean, all of those things kind of map out how, Career Mastered is really that platform that allows us to master our journey with other people that are doing the same, right? And so, Robin, tell us about your thoughts about the power of proximity and what's central to Career Mastered and what people will experience at the conference, at the summit.
Absolutely. I'm one that values genuine and meaningful connections. And so I think that for those who may not have had the experience yet, that if you are a woman who values meaningful connections and you're really looking to cultivate relationships that are mutually beneficial, then I think that that this is where you need to be. You need to be in the room where it happens, because that is what I think really sets us apart in a lot of ways. Because I have attended other conferences and other events, and while I have been able to meet others who I share commonalities with, I find that when I go to our annual event, that the individuals, as many of you have also shared, that you connect with, you stay connected to them, and not just on LinkedIn, but in meaningful ways. And so I think that speaks volumes, and it just speaks to the kind of women who show up in these rooms. And it's really important to be there if you are a leader who really values those types of relationships.
I love that, because when I think about Career Mastered and the ideation of that brand in 2014, it was just a concept, right? And from a concept to this place and to this platform to brand it to a place now that it's well known globally, it's really a part of what is a testament to the experience level, right? So people come year after year. We typically sell out. And that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? But the reason is because we know that we have curated enough content that people understand what they're going to get. We talk about, if you know at Career Master, well, you do. And what I mean by that is we certainly could not have gotten to this space without each of you. But the experience is based upon support from our sponsors, right? And so we've had great sponsors over the 10 years. I'm probably going to miss some of them, but if you ever want to know who they have been and who they are, is at careermaster.com. But just to name a few, we've had, not only Ally Financial and Fifth Third Bank, but also JP Morgan Chase. We've had Walgreens and Lowe's. We talk about Worth Advisors, Primex Properties. We can go on with New York Life Insurance. That Macy's. We have had, if you will, I call it the cream of sponsorships. And we cannot have gotten here without that support. But also it takes all of us. That's why the theme is driving leadership together, right? And so I'd like to talk about the 2026 summit for a minute. We have now launched the website at careermastersummitandawards.com. I'll repeat that, careermastersummitandawards.com. But let's talk about the leadership topics being discussed this year, or what you think is most urgent. Maybe you can just share a few of the topics that you believe is most urgent and what people can look forward to. And I'll start with maybe you, Marie, on this one.
I'm looking forward to the conference for a couple reasons. And Lisa, this isn't the direct question you asked me, but it's the one I'm going to answer.
I love it. Well, that's how we work. I love it
because I want to get this comment in.
I love it.
One thing that's unique to our conference is it spans all industries. And I think for me, one of the things I get out of the conference is collaboration with those that are not just in my industry, but throughout various industries. So the things that I'm working on and that I find as opportunities or challenges in my workplace are also represented with the various industries at the conference. And that to me is meaningful. Now to answer the question you asked.
No, I love that. But I love that, because what we're talking about is we're not one dimensional. It's inclusive. It's inclusive, and it goes across many industries and many disciplines. So I appreciate the perspective, because that's an experience that people will have.
And it's one of the things that keeps me involved, so you know.
Yes.
But I know that, oh gosh, my phone's going off.
That's because you're busy. I mean, we talk about you're not the CFO for just by title. I think you do have work to do. So thank you. So thank you for taking away your time today and coming to talk to us. Go ahead.
Embarrassing. I should have put the ringer
That's
off.
okay.
But anyway, we talked. You mentioned it. Collaboration, proximity to those that you need to connect with, how to connect, how to, for lack of a better word, use your sponsors to further your career. There will be testaments and panels with our allies, and we'll recognize our male allyship. Just the things that are important in your day-to-day career: leadership, connections, sponsorship, allyship.
Yeah, I think so. I think when we talk about topics that will be discussed, it really is about what's happening now in the marketplace, right? And so, as we know, there are people that lost jobs this past year. It might have been a tough year for people. There was some of what we call deceleration of DEI, as well as change. And change brings about the need for us to look forward to the future. So for 2026, for example, we're talking about wealth management, right? We're going to be talking about spilling the tea on getting your finances in order, right? We also are going to talk about what does it take to make a path to the C-suite? And what does that look like for those women that want to do that? It might be from an entrepreneur standpoint, or it could be from a corporate standpoint. We have coaches. Lisa, tell us about the role that you will play as a coach.
Sure. Well, one of the things that I have the benefit of doing during the summit is offering like micro coaching sessions, to really targeted sessions where we're meeting. It's not for an extended period of time, but we can really focus on, question that the person has about maybe their career growth strategy, or where they're going next. And so that's an opportunity. I know that I myself benefited from the coaching that was offered the first time that I attended the conference. And so that is really amazing how in just 30 minutes or less, you're able to really gain something. I still remember things that were said to me from years ago. So that's pretty amazing.
That's excellent. I think we have about 12 coaches in different categories that will be available for our attendees to sign up for, and they'll have an opportunity to speak with coaches such as Lisa, but we have them in all categories, of starting a business to mental health. That's going to be very key. We also have men as allies, and Sallie, tell us about your role, because I believe that's where you're going to have a panel to talk about.
I'm going to have a panel for men as our allies. And, I love the fact that Career Mastered intentionally brings men into the room. And it's really a great way for men to uncover the barriers that affect women in leadership, or women attempting to get into leadership. And it becomes less symbolic and more of a championship, sponsorship. We talk a lot about mentorship, and I think a lot of men feel like they just need to be advice givers, mentors. No, we need for them to be sponsors, because women don't advance in isolation.
Correct.
And neither does equity. So that's why it's really important that men and allies, especially those in decision-making roles in organizations, bring along these women. Because at the end of the day, and someone told me this a long time ago, and I never forgot it, results earn respect, but relationships earn power.
Wow. I like that. That's true. That's true. I like that. I'm gonna put that on my notepad to remember that. That's excellent. And so, Robin, from an entrepreneur standpoint, congratulations, you opened your business, brick and mortar business. Entrepreneurs will be there, as well as women in the corporate. And why is it important for entrepreneurs to be among women in corporate, and vice versa, with supplier diversity, all the things that go on?
Absolutely. As Marie shared earlier, that there's women who will be there from different sectors and from different industries, and I often find it beneficial to talk to other women in other industries as an entrepreneur, and my space in particular here at VC Lane Goods. We often host different events, and different leaders from different industries come here as well. And so for me, being there is an opportunity not only for me to learn about the work that other women are doing and how they're leading in their industries, but also connecting with them in deep, meaningful ways, so that when they are here in Detroit, they can come into our space and even perhaps host an event here, and that further connects me to other leaders in other industries. And so I would say, as an entrepreneur, definitely it's been an enriching experience to be at the annual conference, because I'm able to connect with other businesswomen, leaders, and others who might even be interested in coming into our space.
I love it. I love it. Well, we've had an exciting year. I mean, 2025 kind of position us to kind of know what to do for 2026. I'm going to get into the agenda in just a moment. But what I will say is, as we come up off of having the opportunity for Career Master to go to the New York Stock Exchange, and many of you did attend that, that in itself tells us kind of where we have come to as an organization, from the concept of 2014 to 2025, having a chance to be invited on Investment Day as a brand, as a company. That was remarkable. That really is kind of what I say as we look forward to the future of possibilities. It's at that level of leadership that we're talking about for Career Masters. So I'd like to announce today, with this wonderful executive advisory council, that we have been able as an organization and as a council to decide and select Soledad O'Brien, a renowned, incomparable journalist, as our 2026 National Living Legend. Let's give a hand for that. That is amazing. And she has accepted our honor. She will be available and with us for the awards program that will happen on May the 6th. So I will have a personal fireside chat with her as we provide her an award for the work that she's done in documentary as well as storytelling, which is part of what Career Master Magazine does, right? And so we're excited because it's going to be an experience. And I can tell you, along with the council that's here with me today, if you don't have your ticket already, do know that it will sell out. And we're not ashamed of that. We're happy for that. But if you want to be a part of this, you need to get busy now while the early bird tickets are still available at $2.99, which, by the way, has never happened. We did that as a part of what we know 2025 was for many people. That we would give them an opportunity to have a threshold to be able to afford to come. But we close our doors at 300 capacity because we like to keep our conferences boutique style, where we can make the connections that are necessary and have the accessibility to the over 40 speakers that will be there. So let me say thank you, ladies, for helping to curate 2 days of excitement and experience that we're known for, starting with May the 5th, where we have our opening white party. So we tell everybody to do what? Get your white together and your bling sneakers, because we will be blinging and having a competition where we give out wonderful prizes for the lady that, and men, if you got some sneakers, bring them too, that certainly can show up and have a good time. So we start at the Embassy Suites Arsley in Charlotte at 6 o'clock with entertainment. We also will offer the exhibits. So if there are women vendors that would like to sign up to have and showcase your exhibit, you can go to careermastersummitandawards.com to sign up for the exhibit form. And maybe Sallie, you can help us in a minute to talk about that, as well as the raffle that we are going to have. So from the experience, we start out with the experience of the white party. On day 2, we start out with breakfast, as well as what we call the beauty salon, beauty boutique. We won't tell you anything more about that other than we do have the beauty experience. Aside from that, we have the coaches that will be taking on reservations for you to sign up with them. And then certainly we have the vendors available with their services to show you kind of what they have available for you to consider. Then we move into the program, the main stage at 8:30 with our opening keynote speaker, who I just spoke with yesterday, Talia Fox. Talia Fox is the CEO and global leader of Kusi Training. If you do not know Talia, Talia Fox, you can look up her credentials and they speak for themselves. She will start us off with our keynote address. Going into the Inside Career Success show would be next, which is this show. We're actually bringing it live to the stage with remarkable women from Coca-Cola Consolidated, Tepper Entertainment, Ally Financial, Fifth Third Bank. We have speakers, ladies and men, that you are going to want to hear from. Then we walk into the Career Master moment with none other than Gloria Mayfield Banks, the #1 Mary Kay seller in the United States. So I'm just going to put a pin there. All right. I didn't say the #1 seller in her state. I said in the United States, right? And so Gloria Mayfield Banks is a dynamic, powerful woman that will definitely share some insights of how she made connections to have people buy her Mary Kay, to the point where I'm sure she's had multiple cars. Okay. And at the end of the day, we will break for our workshops. We have 3 workshops that you will have an opportunity to participate in. One in AI, which is something we all need to connect to and understand a lot more. So we will be talking about AI. We will have one on wealth and finance, and another one on leadership. Dr. Sabrina opens us up later with, of course, her powerful conversations on the dynamics of your essential colors and who you are. If you've ever heard from Dr. Sabrina, or if you haven't heard from Dr. Sabrina, you now need to know that you need to hear from Dr. Sabrina. I will tell you, she is someone that you definitely need to hear from. And we start back with the awards program. We will have the signature pink gallery reception that starts at 12 with a few cocktails and hors d'oeuvres. And then we move into the awards program, where we will honor about, I think now we're at around 50 women from a Leadership in Action, and another 15 women emerging leaders. We have women to honor, and they are from around the nation. This year's competitive nomination process concluded on December the 15th, and our criteria has been up since October. And each year it gets a little bit more challenging than not for us to make the selections of who will be the class of 2026. But I will say, and ladies, you can confirm this, that our goal is to honor them during Women's History. And we do that in the magazine with a spread, what we call the Career Master Magazine yearbook. And then we then have the awards program. Can you, or anybody who wants to talk about the awards program, talk about the elegance of what that is, or the experience? Who of you might want to do that? I'll open it up, so it's not all about me talking. Anybody can talk.
Well, I think it's something everybody looks forward to. I mean, we do a video that outlines everybody's achievements and just recognizes the women for their leadership in action and in their careers and in their communities. And Lisa, you do everything eloquently, which is what you can expect, just like any other year. So I'm very excited for it.
Awesome. We also will be giving a scholarship out for Excel Village. This program is the benefactor is Excel Village. So we try every year to make sure we can have 1 or 2 scholarships. We know we at least have one. And what we will be doing is selecting that one. We have actually a couple of organizations that we've connected with, Money Matters for Youth, and I think it's Save a Girl, Save a World. That, and I think there's another one, 3 in the concept, if you will, of trying to get nominations for those scholarships. But it is a Laverne Gardner Lindsay Stewart Scholarship named after my mom, and we try to give $1,000 to $1,500 to at least one. By the way, did you know that since 2015, the scholarships that we've given, one of our scholarship recipients is now married and has a child. So that will tell you that we've been at this for a while. I am so excited. She was our recipient in 2017 at the Foundations for the Carolinas. And she's out of Charlotte, but she went on to become a registered nurse and has now gotten married and had her first kid. So I'm not sure what we're doing, but
That's awesome.
things are moving on, right? That's amazing. Yeah. A second one is a civil engineer at ITC Holdings. And so that just tells you what we've been doing is credible, impactful, and we have evidence to show that the work that we're doing is important. And so I want to leave our audience with why this is the right moment that they should be there. So I'll ask you, I'll start with you, Sallie, if you could tell us your closing thought as to why they should be there.
Well, it's about, access. It's not about just inspiration. It's about action. It's about sponsorship, community, accountability, just getting the tools, the access. I mean, I can't state it enough. I mean, if you advocate for yourself, you need to be there.
Great. Yes. I love it. What about you, Marie? I'm going to go around the circle.
Because all of us are going to be there and ready to to engage with you and connect with you, and along with all the other women that are working on themselves and giving back or working on themselves.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. What about you, Robin?
I'm excited because when I think about our annual event, it's about community. It's just like we're all connected, and yes, we work together to plan this wonderful experience, but it's really about community. And so whether you are one of the honorees or you are one of the attendees, you walk away feeling and knowing that you have become a part of a community. And so I'm looking forward to that because there's going to be some new faces, new women who are coming into our community, and I look forward to celebrating them.
Awesome. Awesome. Lisa?
I would say that you need to be there because it is a unique experience. I don't think you'll find another group that's quite like Career Mastered. And like everyone's saying, just the ability to build relationships with amazing people, to learn, to grow, to share your experience as well. So
yeah, and I know you guys are going to get me, but I'm gonna go with this what I call rapid response, and I'm just gonna have you think off the top. That's who we are. That's what we do. But before I do that, I want to say that we are in a moment of what I call bold leveling. We are ready now, so much so after doing this for 10 or 12 years, to level and scale to a place where people have absolutely the knowledge and the capability. So when I think about the framework for Career Mastered, it really is about the connections, but those connections leads to content, and the content of that connection leads to capability, and the capability leads to impact. And that's what I see in terms of Career Master. So I'm going to do this rapid response to ask you for one word that you and how you would describe Career Master, just one word. And I'm going to start with you, Sallie.
I would say sublime.
I love it. I love it. Repeat it if you can.
Sublime.
Sublime. All right. And what about you, Marie?
Gosh, I keep following Sally. Um, impactful.
Impactful, sublime, career mastered is sublime, career mastered is impactful. Okay, Lisa.
There's so many good words to use. I would say community.
Community. And what about you, Robin?
Uplifting.
Uplifting. So sublime, impactful, uplifting community. That's what we and who we are, and so much more. And our attributes, as we see it, you all were close, and certainly I often think about where we started with the attributes of she's iconic, she has presence, and she has power. And that is really the essence of what you will experience in the environment of Career Mastered, that you will be in the right moment for the right time of what you need. And so we welcome you. We invite you to come along with us this year. Come and meet all of the women that will be in the space. Again, that we will be honoring. You will meet the honorees. But more importantly, come for yourself. Invest in yourself. Give this gift to yourself and be present in the moment. On May 5th and 6th at the Charlotte Embassy Suites, Iresley. And it's a short distance from the airport. So again, nationally, we have the link up now that you can get your rooms, reserve those rooms because the block will go very fast. But the tickets for $299 will expire on January the 15th. So if you want that level of price, that's almost half off of what the normal price is. So let's get started. Tell your friend, grab a friend, an ally, and come along with us. We want you there. Thank you, ladies, for being here today. I appreciate you. I love you. And again, from the bottom of my heart, Lisa, Sally, Marie, and Robin, along with Lindell, who happens to not be here today. I know she's probably online. We couldn't do this without you. Your weekly conversations with us to curate the experience of a lifetime for women around the nation is commendable. And again, thank you for all you do. And I will continue to say this over and over. I cannot do it without you.
Are you ready to be a success? Master your career, you're a success. You are a success. She's a career master. A success.
Well, I thank you for being here today, ladies. And I'm going to end the stream just now, but you can take a wave to everybody and we're off and running.
Thank you,
Bye,
Lisa.
ladies.
Thank you so much. Fun.
Bye.